Welcome back to a very somber episode of Broken Boys.
Yeah.
This is episode 163. I'm Colin,
And I'm Mike.
and I'd just like to start this episode off with a moment of silence. We lost a good one this week.
We did.
Mr. O.J. Simpson died.
Yeah, Mr. Simpson.
Mr. The inspiration for hit show.
The Simpsons.
The trial of O.J. Simpson.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's already sad just because of how much of a talent he was, how good of a driver he was too.
Was. I mean, he wasn't driving the Bronco, but he was there.
Oh, I mean, in spirit, he's a good driver in spirit. Now he's actually is in spirit, so it's kind of sad. But it's also sorry. What were you saying?
He was starting to blow his brains out in the back of the Bronco.
Gotcha. I mean, sometimes that's the motivation you need to keep driving.
Yeah.
Really but I mean, not only is it sad that we're losing that great of a guy, but it's also sad that he passed without ever knowing who his wife's true killer was. So,
really is.
I mean, that's just tragic, honestly.
Yeah, it really is, and the juice is loose, and he's on his way to heaven.
Yeah,
but he'll always be right here in our hearts at Broken Boys.
Yeah, he's like it's like when you get that glove that perfectly fits. It's just like the right thing.
It really is. We wouldn't have gotten that really good scene in Shrek 2. Inspired by the Bronco chase.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter earlier today. I've never actually seen Shrek 2, but that's really fun.
What? Hold on. That's another tragedy. What the fuck is going on? You've never seen Shrek 2? The better of the Shreks?
Well, get this. I think I've barely seen the first one. I've seen the first one like out of order.
What the fuck?
I don't know. I just didn't watch it.
What did you grow up on,
huh? I don't know, man. Big time rush.
I mean, it's classic, but how?
I don't know. He just didn't really.
Were you a Madagascar kid? Like,
I think I had seen all of those. I can't remember anything from though, except for I like to move it. So and the voice of Mort. I can.
Yeah.
I that's kind of singed into my brain, but that's about it. Actually, I probably remember Penguins of Madagascar more than I remember the Madagascar movies. Yeah.
That's we'll have to do a watch along for the pod.
Yeah, podcast watch along. Yeah. Shrek tier list.
Yeah.
Artist analysis. Shrek movies.
That'd be funny. Do it. Start a movie artist analysis.
Movie Monday. That's when these episodes come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I think we've talked about that before. Doing like an artist analysis for movies. But
we talked about it with like directors or something, didn't we?
Yeah. We did.
But yeah, maybe one day. I'm way worse at watching movies than I am listening to albums though, so like my motivation really needs to be there for movies.
That's what we'll have to do together. So
yeah, that's true. I would be better about it if it was in person, but if I had to do that in my own time, oh man.
Me too.
Yeah.
That'd be like a once every couple months type of
once a year.
Yeah. We'll do it 2 weeks in advance so we have extra time.
Honestly, yeah, probably true.
But anyway, welcome back.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for joining us this week.
Yeah.
Big week.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Lots of music news and events in the world and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But how was your week, Mike?
Week was pretty good. Mostly comprised of the same old. Playing Minecraft and all that. I gotta get my taxes done like tomorrow.
Me
Um,
too.
I'm glad I'm not alone. um,
As
I
well. Like
yeah.
you're definitely not.
Yeah, I mean, usually I procrastinate on it. I think this is the longest I've procrastinated on it.
Yep.
So that's a little not good, but you know what? We're gonna get
This is
it done
gonna
tomorrow. Yeah. Um, but yeah,
The
did that.
IRS will not be in our ass.
I'm sorry, I only heard the last part of that. What'd you say?
The IRS will not be in our ass.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Not today.
In our ass. In our ass.
In
In our ass.
RS, like RuneScape? RS?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they better not bring the IRS into my British game. Do they have an IRS in Britain? Probably. I don't know.
Oh, it's some form of it.
Yeah. Death and taxes, yeah. But yeah, I mean, the week was pretty fine, but the most significant thing was on Monday. On Monday, me and the family, well, my parents and my brother, went down to southern Illinois to watch the eclipse in totality, um, which was really cool. I mean, we like went down on Sunday afternoon, stayed in a hotel. I swam in the pool alone because no one else brought swim stuff. But you know what? It was kind of relaxing, so I don't care. um, uh, did that. And yeah, I mean, got up kind of early the next morning. I rode with my dad. And something I wrote down that I thought was really interesting is my dad and I had like a genuine conversation about Buddy Holly, the Weezer song. Because I was playing my music. I have like a playlist of like not weird things that I can play when on like road trips like that. Um,
Yeah.
and and yeah, I think it was there was some Weezer song that came. Oh, I think it was Burnt Jam from Maladroit.
Oh,
I have that in there. He's like, Weezer, aren't they from like Wisconsin or something? I was like, I'm not
yeah.
sure. And I looked it up, and they're from like L.A. But like there was like the top like Google like suggested search or whatever is like Weezer, Wisconsin, and I was like, okay,
Huh.
there's something here. But apparently in the Buddy Holly music video, the announcer at the beginning of it was always like Kenosha, Wisconsin zone Weezer, and
Oh,
the guy who announces that he's from Kenosha, Wisconsin, so he was shouting out his own place for them.
oh,
Um,
okay.
but like I kind of told my dad that backstory. He's like, "Oh yeah, I do remember that because that whole music video was like based off of like the show Cheers or whatever."
Oh,
And like he said, "No, that was like a pretty big thing back in the day because I had no one else had seen like a music video that had been like that, like I don't know what word I'm looking for, but like in character, just like basically masking as a show or as another
uh-huh.
piece of pop culture. Like that just wasn't really a thing before they did that apparently."
Okay.
Um, he was like, yeah, yeah, that was like a big thing. He's like, oh yeah, it's a good song too. I was thinking of adding that to a barbecue playlist or something. We just had like a genuine like I don't know 15-minute conversation about Weezer and Buddy Holly, which I thought was awesome, honestly. Um,
Yeah, it's like I remember the day the music died.
yeah, music tied with Weezer.
No, with Buddy Holly, you know.
Oh, okay, yeah,
When
yeah.
Buddy Holly and the Big Bopper and everybody went down on the plane.
I don't know what reference this is.
Oh, well, it's like an actual like tragedy. Like there were
Oh,
three big music artists on a plane that went down and they all died, including Buddy Holly.
oh. I have heard about that. I didn't know Buddy Holly was part of that.
Yep.
Dang. Well,
Fair enough.
yeah. It's better than feeling like Woody Allen, though.
Yeah, that is true.
But yeah. I mean, that was cool because I mean, my dad and I we talk about music stuff, but usually when it's music things, it's me and my mom. So
Right.
like that was an even more thing, but that was kind of cool. We stopped at like a gas station that had like a Little Caesars Express thing. It was just like a little like I mean, Little Caesars whole thing is hot and ready, but you could just kind of pick up items that they had there and check them out at the front. And like there was like a real Little Caesars, cook and stuff like that in the back. Um, and I got like some cravings for some crazy bread and some buffalo
Oh,
ranch sauce. And like,
okay.
dude, that hit the spot. I had that right before lunch, but I didn't even care. I was like, I've never had crazy bread in Little Caesars hit the spot the way it is right now. Um,
Crazy bread is crazy good. So
yeah, yeah, it is some good stuff. Um, but yeah, then after that, we got our lunch, and that was pretty good. And we were trying to find a spot to like park and stuff because there was a lot of people there. We were in like this small town. I think it was called Saint Francisville. It's
okay.
like
Oh, that was unnecessary. Adding the Ville at the end of
I know, right?
that.
But yeah, it was like this really small town, just kind of middle of nowhere ish. But there was a lot of people there because it was the center of totality. And we were trying to find a spot, and like we were talking to some people at like the lunch restaurant. They're like, "Oh yeah, there's like a park over there that's doing like $20 for parking and stuff." And like we went to check out that park, and like didn't look like it was the greatest view. Like there was a lot of trees and stuff around, and we're like, I don't know. So we just kind of kept driving a little bit further past that, and like we just found this big open field that was like just a little bit down the road, and we're like, honestly, this looks really good right here.
Yeah.
It was like farmland, and there was like a barn like a little bit behind us, but like it was just like this wide open space, and we're like, I think this might be the spot. And a little bit after we parked there, there was we saw a guy pull up in like a little John Deere like tractor thing, and we're like, oh, we're either about to get kicked out or something here. But it was
That's it.
just the owner of the farm, and his name was Gray or something like that. And he just like was like, oh, I just wanted to see where you guys are all from and everything like that. And it was just like he was just like the nicest guy ever. I think he was excited for people to use his land to like see it. Um, but it was really nice. I mean, that we were alone the whole time, which honestly I think I preferred over being in a crowd because it was just kind of like a family moment then. But
Right.
yeah, I got some cool videos of uh, you know, the eclipse and stuff. It looked like a storm was coming in. It was really sick. We got to see like a 360-degree sunset and everything. And I wish I knew. I didn't, because everyone talks about like, oh, you can't look at the eclipse or stuff like that.
Mm.
And I thought that also applied to when it was in totality. But
Oh,
I found out later that you can't actually like look and stare at totality and stuff like that. Um, so I did glance at it a few times, but it like looked like surreal. It
did
was
you not have
really cool.
glasses?
No, 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 we did have glasses. We had glasses.
Oh,
But
okay.
when it's in full totality, you can't see anything on the glasses. You
Oh,
you can't see anything on it normally. It's like pitch black until you look at the sun and you're like, oh, okay, there's some light. It's kind of a cool thing. But yeah, no, when it's in totality, you can't see anything. So but so like yeah, we were glancing up and looking at it and stuff, and it was really cool just seeing the darkness come towards us and then leave us. Like there was one point where we could look around and it was just like, yep, that's day to our right, that's night to our left. It was just like really weird and cool.
yes.
um and honestly a really cool experience. And I don't know, I was even talking with my friends and we're like, hey, I mean, there's going to be some solar eclipses in like other countries and stuff, and 2028 and stuff. It's like, anyone want to go to Iceland or New Zealand or anything like that? And like, there was some interest. It's kind of like that interest where it's like, I don't know if they actually want to, but
Right.
I could see it potentially happening. I don't know. I would totally be
Okay.
down to see it again though, because that's like honestly, I don't know. It's just like such a surreal thing, and it like helps you put yourself in the shoes. Like, yeah, that's the moon covering the sun. Like, it's just like a weird perspective thing. It was cool. It was cool as hell.
That is
So
very
yeah, that was definitely the highlight of the week. There was a lot of traffic going back home, but we kind of
cool.
expected that. Um, but
Cool.
yeah, that was awesome. Um, I don't think I have. No, I don't have any other news about myself. That's pretty much it. Um, so yep, that was pretty awesome. How
That is.
about you? How was your week over there?
That was all right. Made our way back from Indiana on
How'd that go?
Sunday. It was all right. Very. not great drivers. I think I mentioned it on the pod
You might
last
have.
week. I don't know. I wasn't expecting such a drastic like change in the way people drove from going from Illinois to Indiana.
Yeah.
But people were very, very, very bad at driving in Indiana. And like people aren't great at driving here, but like I don't know what it is. Got to Indiana and just people forgot how
Yeah.
to function.
That happens with a lot of things in Indiana, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, we on a Sunday before we left, we went to a little late Easter dinner at her grandparents' house.
Nice.
It was fine. It was fun, you know. I met her grandparents on Friday, but met her aunt and uncle, which was it was nice. They were nice. Played a little bit of Wii golf on
Nice.
a very little TV in one of the rooms.
Like we sports golf?
Yeah,
Okay.
man, I haven't played a Wii sport game in a long time.
Yeah, those are classics though.
Oh yeah. It's like I remember when the Wii came out. I was like, ooh.
Me too.
Yeah, I remember.
I got it for Christmas.
Yeah, I don't remember when we got it, but I do remember we were leaving the mall, and when it was still, you know, popping, and I looked under in like the basket part of the stroller. One of my siblings was in at the time, and the Wii was just sitting there. I remember being ecstatic, but my dad was like, he's like, quiet. It's a surprise. But yeah, back in the day, it was like 2006 or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, came back, watched night 2 of WrestleMania. That was fun.
Nice.
Yeah, it's still on my. I still have fun watching wrestling.
I was gonna say you were into that when you were younger, right?
Yeah, I was into it in like 2011 or so for like a year or two. And then like when the pandemic started, I got back into it, and I've still just been like, watching it on and off since then.
Yeah.
It's been fun. The Rock came back for a storyline recently. He's done better acting there than in movies he's been in.
Yeah,
which is it was nice to see. I Show Speed was there.
What?
Yeah, because Logan Paul wrestles now.
Oh right, I thought he boxed.
He did, but he also joined the WWE.
Okay.
He's like the United States champion.
What the hell? Okay.
Yeah, and there was Prime, the drinks sponsored WrestleMania this year. Sponsors, and Logan came out with just like a guy dressed up in a big Prime bottle, and it ended up being I Show Speed in there.
Wow.
And Randy Orton kicked him really hard, and then
I Show Speed.
Yeah,
nice.
kicked him really hard, and then RKO'd him on a table, which was fun to watch. But yeah, it was fun. This week, you know, I went to some of my classes this week. I did some schoolwork, got a paper done. I felt the need to clean a little bit, so I did spring cleaning in my room.
Nice.
Made it nice and spiffy. Played some. Max and I finished Last of Us Part 2.
Dang, what'd you think?
She likes it. She likes the ending. You know, we're certified Tommy haters here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. And now we're playing Last of Us Part 1.
Going out of order.
Little out of order action, yeah. But yeah, it was good.
Did you do anything for the eclipse?
Not really. My roommates had some glasses, and they were on the balcony. Went out and looked at it a little bit. Oh, that's cool. We didn't have like totality here.
Right.
We were near totality, so it was like 93% or whatever.
Yeah,
So it was still cool to see.
of
But
course.
one of my coworkers was like, "I don't believe in that shit. Like, I bet you can look at you could look at the eclipse without going blind." And I was like, "No,
It's not how that
no."
works. Yeah.
He was like, I saw a little red dot for a while, but it was all right." I was like, "Rebecca, sorry."
You didn't finish the name. We don't know what it is.
Yeah. I was like, "Yeah, you're not supposed to look at the sun. It's still bright outside. You can't look at the sun without glasses on, or at all with glasses on." But
Yeah.
but it was just very funny.
Yeah, I just saw some images of like the quad at the school being like filled with people. I was like, that's like the most I've ever seen people in that quad. That's crazy.
Yeah. They were selling eclipse glasses for like $5. Somebody said, and I was like, "That's a little steep."
Yeah.
Because they put it at like Walmart for $1 or something.
Yeah, that sounds like someone making a profit, but
Um, but yeah, just it was cool. Looked at it. Um, didn't go blind, so I'm all good. But
that's good.
it was cool to see like it get dark outside while also being bright. So
Yeah, yeah.
cool.
Yeah, if you don't mind me interrupting real quick, something about the eclipse. I forgot to mention. Yeah, there was kind of like a thing. Well, because we got there like I don't know, like 30 minutes before it even started happening. So like just like throughout that time of it going towards totality, we could notice it getting a little bit darker. And like I was feeling like the sun a lot on my arms and stuff. It was really warm, but then just like it gradually got colder and colder, and I was like, oh okay, I can put on my flannel. Um, but one thing that I really wanted to mention was that it also really showed just the power of the sun and also the complete difference of totality and even just like 99%, because like when it was just like a tiny little sliver, it was still like dark, or sorry, it was still bright outside. Like it still looked like daytime. It was just like a dim daytime. It was like,
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm sure you saw that part because that
Yeah.
happened. It was it's kind of a hard thing to explain, but it was like dim daytime. But like really, it was that last 1% that was literally the difference of night and day, which is just crazy. But yeah, that was one thing I forgot to mention, is just how different that is.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it was very cool. But um, Max got a little sick from being at home. I think her youngest brother was like, when we were at the family dinner, he was like sleeping, and then he came to the table and he was coughing.
Mm.
He was like coughing all over Max, so now Max is sick, and then I feel a little bit of it coming on.
Uh.
So getting down with the sickness.
Ooh, yeah.
Uh, so it's a little head cold.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, but that's fun. I listened to "Only God Was Above Us" by Vampire Weekend this
Ooh,
week.
yeah, that's on my radar as well.
Mm-hmm. And it's very, very good. It was a lot noisier than I expected it to be,
Mm.
but there's some very cool production. Lots of like audio panning from the left and the right ear that I wasn't like. I had my headphones on, my over-ear headphones on, and I was like, "Ooh, that's good stuff." But
Yeah.
yeah, I think you'd like it.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
definitely going to check that out because a lot of people are loving it. I think
mm,
Fantano gave it a 9, so like
oh wow.
I think that was what made me think, I should check that out, maybe. Yeah,
You might hear something of it later, but we'll see.
I mean maybe.
Maybe we'll see.
Who can tell?
Good to know. But yeah, it's basically my week. Just been working in school and all that. So
Nice.
yeah.
Yep. And one more thing to add onto my week, because I always forget to do this during my week. But I listened to something too. Last night, I did another. I've been updating my list on my phone of albums I've been meaning to listen to, and I have almost 100 of them in there. And I was in the mood to just, random number generate whichever one I was gonna listen to. And last night I listened to "What's Going On" by Marvin Gaye.
Oh.
It's one I see a lot, and Yeah, it was very good. It was a lot more heavy on like strings and stuff like that than I thought it was going to be, and those strings sounded so good. And his voice is also very, very good.
Yeah.
But it's one I'll definitely need to listen to again. But right now, I can say it's pretty good. I like it quite a bit. But
Uh,
I'll give more detail, I guess, at the end of the month.
hmm.
but but yeah,
That's a guy who I didn't know until like pretty recently had like a pretty fucked up way of going out.
I actually don't know anything about this. So
Hmm. Yeah, his I don't know like all the details, but I know that his dad killed him.
oh, you know what? I have heard about that before. Yeah.
Yeah, like his dad shot him,
Damn.
something like that. And then like I don't know all the details, but like
Yeah.
something about like his mom or something like that. Like Marvin threatened to like his dad was abusive or whatever, and this Marvin threatened to like go after him if he did that anything like that again. And then he did, and then his dad shot him or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So
That's
pretty cool, dude.
yeah. Yeah. That's pretty messed up. Um.
Um, yeah, but I know that album is very loved. I think he's
Yeah.
like a very
I mean,
person in
what
music.
when I thought of Marvin Gaye, and probably this is due to Charlie Puth, but I thought he was just kind of sexual singer, whatever, just like really smooth voice. Um,
Oh,
but I think part of what maybe put it on the list more is that I heard this album was more about like protesting the Vietnam War and
oh,
it was him stepping outside of his normal, sexiness, R&B, soul stuff or whatever to kind of protest the Vietnam War, and that's kind of what's going on. If you yeah, but
more what's going on in the world than what's going on in his pants.
exactly. Yeah, that's what the title of the album is referring to. What's going on in the world, not what's going on in his pants. But, yeah, no,
Rest-
it was really good though. Yeah, rest in peace. Yeah. Um,
Marvin would love that joke.
yes, yeah, yeah. But yeah,
Cool.
cool. Well,
All right.
probably get into some music news.
Music news. Our close friend,
Yes,
um, Billie
friend
Eilish,
friend of the podcast.
friend of the podcast, friend of the show, Billie Eilish, announced her new album, "Hit Me Hard and Soft,"
Mm-hmm.
is also coming out May 17th,
Yep.
which marks the third 21 Pilots album in a row that's being that's probably going to be overshadowed, definitely going to be overshadowed by
Yeah.
a pop artist. Uh,
Yeah, last time it was
and
Olivia Rodrigo. I forgot what Trench. Oh, Trench was the Lady
stars,
Gaga soundtrack. Yeah.
and now this time it's Billie Eilish. And hey,
Yeah.
I'm excited. May 17th, Hit Me Hard and Soft. It's only 10 songs long, but she's not releasing any singles,
Yeah.
um, which is interesting, but I'm kind of excited for that.
I was seeing some people on like Twitter like complaining that 10 songs is a short album. I'm like, bro, that's like that's a good amount of songs in my opinion. That's a really nice number. I think her last one was like 16 or something, and it was like
Yeah.
it was kind of over bloated. That's one of my biggest problems with that record.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, I love a lot of stuff on there, but yeah, I think 10 tracks is making me even more excited for this, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So,
No, it makes it has more of a chance of being like very good all throughout with it
yeah,
being 10 tracks rather than 16.
absolutely.
Um, and I love um, Happier Than Ever, so it's like, but I'm excited.
Hmm.
Um, should be cool. The album cover is really cool. Um, it's like a horizontal, and she's like falling through water from
Yeah.
the door. Cool.
Yeah, just
Uh,
similar to that happier than ever imagery though. So,
uh-huh.
yeah.
But yeah, she
Yeah.
showed a little snippet of a song on Zane Lowe today or whatever.
Oh, I
Uh,
didn't I need to check that out for sure.
yeah, sounds good. It's only a very small snippet, but
Hmm. Point 0.1 seconds. It's a hive mind challenge.
yeah.
Yeah.
She was like, "Guess what song this is off the album?"
Yeah. Um,
um,
Speaking of May 17th, though, this is going to be a very busy day for the podcast because not
yeah.
only is 21 Pilots, Cage the Elephant, and Billie Eilish releasing an album. 21 Pilots also, well, Tyler revealed today that all of those music videos for every single song are coming out the day of the album. So
Yeah. Yeah.
we're gonna have I don't even know how maybe we have to schedule that for Saturday. I don't know. We'll see. um, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long 5-hour podcast coming May 17th.
Maybe. Yeah. Colin's not gonna celebrate his birthday.
No, it's all gonna be about Broken Boys podcast.
Yeah, as it should.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and also he revealed in that tweet that Josh is directing a music video and apparently editing it right now or something.
Yeah.
So that's
very cool.
Pretty hype. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Also, Jenna released their baby today.
Yeah.
Tommy Joseph has been born.
And even though Colin and Max are Tommy haters, they'll make an exception here.
Not that Tommy. Oh, I love that Tommy. I barely know him, but
yeah. Parasocial relationships. That's the major.
Yeah, parasocial relationships with the baby.
Newborn baby.
The newborn child. Yeah, there was Tyler posted a picture on Twitter of him and the 3 children now, and boy, oh boy, does Junie just look exactly like Tyler.
I know, it's crazy.
It was insane how much Rosie looks like Jenna and Junie looks like Tyler.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they just they split down the middle.
Tommy's got to look like both of them, or else it's gonna rupture reality.
Yeah.
Also, somebody on Twitter pointed out that the first initials of all of the children's names spell out TRJ, which are Tyler's initials.
Yeah.
Which I thought was, I don't know if it's intentional, but it's very funny.
It might be. That's one way of naming your children after the father without straight up doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, Tyler's been on Twitter all day today, and he was kind of gay a couple times for Josh.
I haven't seen that. I saw him saying something like we can make fun of his body because he's not on Twitter or something. But
yeah, somebody asked him to bring Josh back to Twitter because they miss him, and he's like, no, he's not coming back, but now we can judge him and his body.
Yeah.
And then somebody was like, admitted it was you who included that shot in the next semester music video, Josh fucking his drums. They didn't say Josh fucking his drums, but everyone knows what shot they were talking about. Yeah. And he was like, guilty.
Oopsie, he said.
He said guilty.
Oh, yeah, guilty.
I did do that. I made an argument for including it, and Mark gave me the side eye.
That's awesome.
And then but people were like, ooh, doghouse.
Yeah.
But yeah, very excited for those music videos. They'll be very cool. But busy day. It'll be a busy day.
It will be. Some other news. Willow announced her new album that's coming out beginning of May. What was that?
Is it also coming out May 17th?
No. I think it's coming out a couple weeks before that. It is called Empathogen. May 3rd is when it comes out. And she released another single with it called Big Feelings. And bro, this might be the unexpected album of the year for me. Symptom of Life I loved, and I'm still loving that song. And then this track, she's just straight up going into prog jazz. It's crazy. The time signature's flipping around insanely, but the groove is insane throughout. It's produced really well. It's just really jazzy and syncopated, and I'm like, what? This is whip my hair back and forth. What? How in the hell is this happening? Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah.
I hope that's good. Very cool album name as well.
It is. I don't really like the album cover of it. It's her with dirty teeth or something. I don't know. It's kind of strange. But the music is really good so far. So
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked Symptom of Life, so I'll
Yeah.
have to check out um that new one.
Yeah. It's like it's kind of insane, but yeah.
Yeah, coping mechanism. Um, impressed me. So
Oh yeah, you're good. I mean, it impressed me too. I mean, I'm not usually. I mean, on that album, she was going alternative metal, which was like different for her. Um,
yeah,
but like, yeah. I mean, I enjoyed that a lot more than I thought I was going to as well. And then this one just seems like it's topping it in a completely different way, which is insane.
yeah. I don't know how she went from featuring on Emo Girl with Machine Gun Kelly to making stuff like this,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Me neither.
more of this.
Yes, yes, please. Um, but yeah, and then I have one more music news thing. Um, apparently, it was announced that the creators of South Park are teaming up with Kendrick Lamar to make a musical that's supposed to come out next year. I think I was seeing. Um,
Mhm.
I think there was already like some basic plotline stuff. I don't remember what it was, but like I guess new Kendrick music in the form of South Park music.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
I,
interesting.
yeah. I think I saw the plot was like it's about a black man trying to be a slave reenactor,
Mm.
and then he finds out that the family of his girlfriend owned his family back in like his ancestors back in the day.
Yeah,
Uh, so sounds sounds interesting.
sounds like it was written by the South Park guys.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I think that'll also be good in the sense that I'm not really sure if we've seen any just like straight up comical stuff from Kendrick. Like, I mean, he goes like he has some like funny moments in like his music videos and stuff, but like I don't know. This sounds like it's
Yeah.
gonna be straight up comedy. So
Yeah.
might
Sounds like he's uh, going the opposite route of Childish Gambino. Uh,
yeah, yeah.
um,
He's
but
he's gonna replace Donald Glover in the Community movie. Yeah.
oh god, how weird that would that fucking be.
Yeah. Troy?
Troy got really short.
Yeah. I feel like Donald Glover's not that tall. Hold on, I gotta look this up. Donald Glover height. Yeah, he's like 5'9", so I mean
Okay.
I guess he did get shorter a little bit, but still.
Yeah, Kendrick is like 5'5" or something
Yeah.
like that. So.
From 5'5". Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be interesting. And
Mm.
also, sorry about any incoming noise. My roommate just got back with his friends, and they might be a little loud again. So,
Yeah, it's okay.
apologies, faithful fans.
Mm.
And Mike, I guess. But
I don't matter. We're here for the fans, not each other.
you're so right. Um, any other news in the world?
Not that I wrote down. No.
Me either. But
Cool.
yeah, other than O.J. Simpson and the Eclipse.
Yeah, both. One of those was very sad.
One of them was very sad.
Yeah, but yeah, cool. Well, still got like 20 minutes, so awesome. Um, yeah, I mean, just in general, I think. I mean, last year I talked about it a little bit towards the end of the year that I thought 2023 was a little lacking for music. But I don't know. Honestly, this year's pretty solid start. Like,
Yeah, honestly.
yeah. I mean, obviously, 21 Pilots is a big highlight.
Right.
But the Billy as well. This Willow album I'm looking forward to.
His Vampire Weekend album for me, and also
Yeah,
the Glass Beach album that
yeah,
came out earlier this year. That was really, really good.
yeah. And I was gonna mention the Smile as well. I mean, I got my Radiohead fix at the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
How much more can you ask for? um, yeah.
Uh,
Oh, the Quadeca as well. I've been loving that.
I haven't checked that out, but I know that that came out as well.
Yeah, that's what I currently have as my top of the year. But I don't know, man. Like, I think this is validating even more how I felt about 2023. Like, it was an okay year for music, but I felt like there wasn't many things I was like
Yeah.
super stand out excited for. But this year, Man. Oh, and the Taylor Swift. How could I forget the Tortured Poets part?
Oh, yeah, that's coming out soon. That's coming out like next week, isn't it?
It might be next week. It is pretty soon. Oh, another thing to mention, unironically, the Saint Vincent. I'm actually pretty excited about too.
Oh, yeah.
The couple singles from that have been really good. Tortured Poets Apartments. Yes, that is next week.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
it's hour and 5 minutes. Hell yeah.
oh, fuck, god damn it.
Fortnite.
That's next week's episode, everybody.
Can't wait for Fortnite featuring Post Malone.
Yeah.
I'm a little cautious about that one. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have high hopes. Don't expect her to go back to any sort of good noise from the COVID days, but
Yeah.
one can hope.
Maybe
I
one
guess.
day she'll go into straight up noise, like with like clipping or something. But...
Oh yeah, featuring Dobby Diggs.
Yeah, Dobby Diggs. Yeah,
That'll be the break album with her and Travis.
Yeah, I genuinely wonder if just like what would happen if she just like was on a clipping track. How would the Swifties react to that?
I feel like she's more likely to get Lin-Manuel Miranda than David Diggs.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But I'm just like trying to imagine a world where like she just drops a straight up like noise track. Like what would that do to the music scene?
It'd be called 89 Taylor Swift.
Yeah, maybe Reputation Taylor's version's gonna go crazy. Who knows?
Oh god, yeah. David Diggs will do or the other guys from Cliffhanger will do the production of Bad Blood.
Yeah, he'll replace Future on Endgame or whatever.
Oh god. He'll replace Kendrick on the Bad Blood remix or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, is she gonna get Kendrick Lamar back for that?
Oh,
Dang.
oh god.
I didn't even think about that, but I was also seeing, speaking of Kendrick Lamar and Taylor Swift, I was seeing some things, and John sent me a video of people redoing Kendrick's "Like That" verse from the Metro Boomin album, but like with a Taylor Swift AI voice.
Oh god.
It's just kind of funny hearing Taylor Swift say the N-word like that, but
I saw somebody said that ASAP and I forget who it was. It was ASAP, Rocky, and another dude dropped a diss on Drake, and they were like, Drake hasn't even responded to Kendrick, and also J. Cole featured on that album with ASAP Rocky and the other guy.
What the hell?
So it's like, and also J. Cole is erasing the response track off of streaming services.
Oh yeah, that happened like right after our pod. He did, because we talked about how it was just not a great track in response in general, and then I think it might have even been that day, like that we recorded the pod. Afterwards, he was he like apologized at his music festival.
Yeah, he's like, I haven't slept. I haven't been sleeping good.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Oh, was it? Sorry, I'm looking up the ASAP Rocky track you were talking about. Was it with Anderson .Paak?
I think so. That
Yeah.
might have been.
Yeah, I mean that's his most recent single. ASAP Rocky and Anderson .Paak, Gangsta.
Yeah, but they like dissed Drake apparently.
I'm here for it, honestly. I mean,
I'm here for Drake hate.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, I mean, I've never straight up listened to a Drake project, so I can't really. I'm coming from a biased point of view, but from what I've heard from his most recent work, the man needs to be criticized.
Yeah, seriously. Just because he's a monster cock doesn't mean he can make whatever
Exactly.
he wants.
Yeah. So I think now is a good time to announce our diss track on Drake that we'll be dropping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For all the boys.
Mm-hmm. We'll call it for all the teenage girls that he can text. I don't know.
For all the Millie Bobby Browns.
For all the Millies.
It has double meaning.
Yeah, we love that wordplay here on Broken Place. Have you seen our titles?
Have you seen?
But yeah, I didn't know about that though.
Yeah, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah.
Yeah. um, what else is happening in the world? What's happening musically? Is there anything
uh,
else?
Conan Gray
Conan Gray. I think he released something. Honestly,
releasing out
honestly
today.
today.
Yeah, he was on GMM today
Mm.
for album promotion.
Mm-hmm.
Funny episode. He's a funny guy.
Mm. Oh, that came out a couple weeks ago, actually.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah, April 5th.
well, never mind.
It's okay. I know he has like some sort of friendship with Olivia Rodrigo, like close friendship.
Yeah,
That's all I really know about him, though. Excuse me.
I thought I didn't know he was gay, and like a couple of years ago, I thought they were like together.
Oh, I thought they were
Um,
too, to be honest.
yeah, but then somebody corrected me, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I was wrong then."
Mm-hmm. He's just the
Um,
token gay friend.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Maybe that's who Ballad of a Homeschool Girl is about.
Yeah, it's gotta
It
be.
could be. But,
Um,
there's some-
Another person who's like a newer name for me. I don't know if you've heard of her, but this art her name is Chappelle Roan. Um,
I might have heard the name.
she's like a pop artist, but she's gaining popularity. I think she's pretty popular ish. She had a tiny desk.
Mm,
Um, but she's releasing something soon. I started listening to an album of hers this week, but I didn't get through it.
nice.
She's got a nice voice and production. So it's another album coming out this year that I might check out.
Nice, nice. I actually just remembered something also, partly because of the name Chappelle, but also because of the ASAP Rocky Anderson Paak single. I believe they're doing a whole album together or something,
Yeah.
and it's featuring Dave Chappelle on it. And I don't think we've mentioned that on the podcast.
Yeah.
And there was a tweet that was just like, "Can we please stop putting him on rap albums? Thank you."
Yeah, seriously.
And I was like, "Oh, I got that reference. Thank you, artist analysis." Yeah,
Who was what was he on before?
he was on one of the Travis Scott. I think it was
Oh,
Utopia, wasn't it?
yeah, that's right.
I'm pretty sure it was
What?
Utopia.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
That's why is he being included?
I don't know.
Like I know he's like he's a big name, and a lot of people love him despite his transphobia and
Mhm.
everything. But like he has nothing to do with music.
Yeah.
I think he did a cover of Creep at a Foo Fighters concert
Interesting.
a few years ago. Like it was the first concert back at Madison Square Garden after COVID, and he
Mm.
did a cover of Creep. But like other than that, I don't think he has much to do with music.
No, we need some more OJ Simpson features for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. You saying that he did Creep reminded me of a thing that I learned about recently. Maybe you already know about this, but I saw it. I think I saw it on TikTok originally. But like back in, I want to say it was like, I don't know, 2004, 2005 or something. Jay-Z was accepted to play a Glastonbury, the big rock show in the UK.
Right.
He was invited as like I think a headliner or at least one of the really big acts on it. And apparently Liam Gallagher of Oasis was like saying like, "Oh, that should be a space reserved only for musicians who play instruments and stuff like that or whatever."
But
Yeah, I've heard not great things about Liam Gallagher as a person.
yeah.
But anyways, he said that, and Jay-Z responded to it on stage by bringing out an acoustic guitar and literally playing Wonderwall, and just like singing it like terribly, but just having the whole crowd singing along to it. And then I think he transitioned into 99 Problems or something. It's like that's pretty badass.
That is very funny.
But yeah, it just reminded me of that.
Saw that. I know Jimmy Buffett died a bit ago now, but they had a tribute concert or whatever, and I saw a video where it was just like it was just a lineup of celebrities, but it was like the tweet was like you're never gonna be able to guess the next person after the next person. Like it goes like from Paul McCartney to like Will Arnett to Pitbull to like it was just a really random assortment of people. Jimmy would have loved this, you know. He went out on the Margaritaville videos from Ted and Eddie.
Yeah, I was trying to remember who Jimmy Buffett was. Yes, that's who that is. Yeah. Yeah,
that was funny.
Yeah, I think that's literally the only exposure I have to Jimmy Buffett is those Margaritaville videos.
Yeah,
I don't even think I know any of his songs.
Yeah, I mean, you might recognize a snippet or two of a couple of songs, like maybe the song Margaritaville or Cheeseburger in Paradise or something like that. But
it's an interesting.
Yeah, his whole persona was just, you know, retirement and like food, I guess. So, but hey, Gen Xers and Boomers loved him. So
yeah.
But
well, I guess I could mention one thing is that I was kind of in a mood of revisiting some albums this week. I think I only did a couple, but I'd listened to KG Elephant's Melophobia, and that was that was good. I mean, I only listened to it once during the artist analysis, so getting another good listen in on it, I was like, dang, there's a lot of good stuff on this album. This is a good ass album.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think Brad reviewed it on Album of the Year recently. He was like, yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by this. So, you know, it's even got his stamp of approval.
Oh yeah. Like Telescope's a classic. I love that song.
That was actually one I didn't have saved before, but I saved in this last listening. That one,
really?
Take It or Leave It. Yeah, I didn't have those saved the first time.
Spiderhead's a great opener. I love that. Love the guitar on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a artist analysis that I forget that we did sometimes. But
I mean, we have a whole bit that came from it.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah, but that is one of the ones that I'm like, oh yeah, we did that once.
It's kind of like the Strokes, like
the Strokes a little bit. Yeah, I actually, well, okay. So part of the reason why I re-listened to that is because I have another list on my phone I started recently of albums I've been meaning to re-listen to. I just have a lot of albums I've been meaning to listen to. But yeah, that was one of them on there. I was like, you know what, let's re-listen to that. That sounded good. But yeah, I have a couple Strokes ones on there too, like Room on Fire. I remember I didn't really click with during the artist analysis, and like you were kind of shocked by that, and you know, a lot of people I've seen online have said, oh, that's like one of their best albums or whatever, and I'm like, hey, I should give that one another shot. Maybe I was just being a little jaded, you know, person.
Yeah. I mean, fucking the new Abnormal is still my favorite by them, but those first couple of records of theirs are really, really, really good.
They are. So. Yeah, I think New Abnormal's my favorite as well. Actually, it definitely is. I mean, I like Is This It quite a bit as well. That was one I revisited that one like a few weeks ago actually, but yeah. Yep.
Cool.
But what was I feel like I was saying? Oh, I was looking through. Oh, I re-listened to a couple things. Melophobia was one of them. I also re-listened to No Fun Intended by Tyler Joseph of 21 Pilots. The album he made when he was like 17 or something. I was seeing a lot of like, I mean, we have talked about them a couple times on the podcast now, but like just things on TikTok of you're pretty like Taken by Sleep or something like that. And I don't know, I just kind of got the inspiration. I was like, you know what? I haven't listened to No Fun Intended in a while. Let me listen to it again. And I did actually like it a little bit more than I thought I was going to. I was fully prepared to edit my Album of the Year score down to like a 30 or something like that. But I was like, you know what? there actually is still quite a bit of heart and charm in here, even if it doesn't sound very good. Like it still has that charm and passion in it, which is ultimately what I love in music. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Because there's a lot of like lines in there from that end up in other 21 Pilots tracks. Yeah. Like,
yeah. He's hasn't done that in a while, but like one song on there, I think it's Taken by Sleep. It has basically the whole second verse of Ode to Sleep is in
uh,
there. I think it's Blasphemy that has oh, no, Drown has lyrics from Fall Away that every time that the
yeah.
selfish ambition has taken my vision. I think I don't know, the verse from Anathema off Regional at Best comes from one of those songs too. I forget which one it is though. I think it might be Blasphemy. I don't remember, but yeah, he's
Yeah.
been known to reuse some lyrics from there. I don't think he has since Vessel, but he did it a few times.
Yeah. I say the names of some of the tracks. I was like, God, wow, I have not listened to that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I
And
was like, it's been a long time.
like I remember Drown. Like I like Drown still. It still I still like
Yeah,
remember the chorus and everything from it. And it's like, but like Blasphemy, I forgot. I
yeah,
knew that song and
yeah.
what was it from Sleep? What was that from?
Taken by Sleep.
Taken by Sleep. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
wow.
Um,
And I might have to return to that one as well because I haven't listened to that since like high school. I don't think so.
yeah, I mean, I had it at like a 50 on Album of the Year originally. And I don't remember. I'd made that review in like early November of 2021. I don't remember if I re-listened to it before rating that though, or if I just knew my feelings on it. Um,
Yeah.
but it's been a long time for me as well. But yeah. Oh, and like Save is on there as well.
Oh yeah.
Save. That's another big one. But yeah, Drown. I think Drown was my favorite song on it. Still, Drown's a really good one. And Prove Me Wrong. It's a nice little piano ballad. But
Yeah.
yep. I think that's all I
He's,
revisited. But
he's always had that passion in him.
he has. That's his
Yeah.
greatest strength.
Nothing gets more passionate than Taco Bell Saga
Yeah. That's one way to put it. Yeah. That's a love song for a $1 billion franchise. Probably.
Really.
Um, but anyways, yeah. Well, if we want, we can transition to the song of the week, unless you got something else.
No, not really. I'm just coasting. Yeah.
Just coasting. Well, Mr. Colin Coaster, it is up to you to choose the song of the week first.
All right. Well, I did enjoy that Vampire Weekend album quite a bit this week. And I don't know which. I was having trouble deciding which one to pick.
Okay.
But I think I'm gonna go with Connect off of Only God Was Above Us by Vampire Weekend.
All right.
All right, that was Connect by Vampire Weekend. What'd you think, Mike?
That was really good. I like that a lot. I've heard that this album is like very different for them.
Mm.
I don't have any perspective on that because I haven't listened to any Vampire Weekend. But it was a really interesting sound. I was trying to think of the whole time. I was like, what does this remind me of? I was like, there's like another group that this feels like. And I think the conclusion I've come to, this is a really niche group of two artists, but I think it feels like a perfect fusion between I Don't Know How But They Found Me and Jockstrap. It's it's like the weirder aspects of both of them put into one. It's like a really strange combo, but like it's really cool. I like the string bass on it a lot. That one part where the drums are like panned in the left ear was like super cool.
Yeah.
It was just like really interesting production. Really boppy. I liked it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I listened to one Vampire Weekend album like a couple years ago. It's like the one with like the chandelier on it. I think it's their
Yeah.
debut.
I know Riley from Hive Mind likes them a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I haven't revisited that and I don't really remember the sound of it at all. But yeah, I really like this album, and the listens I've given it. That one and Classical, I think,
Hmm.
is another song on there. I really like. There's a lot of cool like strings and things on it, but yeah, very cool production. I really like that song. I figured you'd like it, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Sick.
Also, great album cover.
Yeah, yeah, it is a cool album cover. I like it quite a bit.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Cool.
What you got?
Well, one of the things I listened to last week, I only listened to like once before coming on the pod, but I listened to it a few more times throughout the week, and I think it's pretty good. It's an album that will be in my year-end list. Not super duper high, but I think it's pretty good. So I wanted to highlight a song from there. So it
Cool.
was from that Lizzie McAlpine album that I listened to, and the song is called "All Falls Down."
'Cause it all falls down on you at the same time.
All right, that was "All Falls Down" by Lizzie McAlpine. What did you think of that, Colin?
I liked it a lot. It was very nice and upbeat sounding, and um, she has a very nice voice. Weirdly, I don't know if you've ever listened to any of their stuff, but Cave Town,
I've listened to some before. Yeah,
yeah, just the sound of that um, reminded me of some of the stuff I've heard from Cave Town.
interesting.
But it was a good time. I like it was a nice little bop.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a great way to put it. Just a nice little bop. It's just every time I've listened to that album, it's kind of the only one on the album that sounds exactly like that, with like the woodwinds and stuff like that. But I don't know. It just kind of it always sparks a little smile instrumentally for me. I heard someone on Twitter called it like or no, I think it was TikTok called it like a Rex Orange County ass beat or something like that. Which, yeah, I guess a little bit. But I don't know. I really love those clarinets and the flutes on it, and I think it's really catchy. I think her voice works really well on it. There's quite a few songs on there that are just really good. I think is the best way to put it. And yeah, I don't know. I like that one. It's a nice little bop, like you said. So
Nice.
cool,
Very cool.
cool. Well, do you have anything else to add for this week?
No, not really. Just nice little week. Nice little week for us.
Nice little week for us, for sure. A lot of music news.
Oh yeah.
A lot to look forward to. But yeah. Well, if you're listening to us on streaming services, thank you very much. We really appreciate that. You can come on over to YouTube and see our beautiful, relevant, and topical profile pictures
Yes.
for our most anticipated album of the year. Come see them, and you can even get a bonus if you watch the video. Every time one of us speaks, you can see a little green box go around our head, and like that just you can also see that whatever you just heard, there's a visual for that. But yeah, you can see a nice little green box, so you can differentiate the two of us. Yeah, I know all us white boys blend in together. Our voices, hell yeah.
I've been using soundboard in a while.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, super. Can you hear them now? I remember you heard.
I can hear them. Can I
Oh
hear the
my gosh.
Weezer one? I
You can?
Yep, that's the first
Oh
time
my
I've heard
gosh.
the Weezer sound, but
It's a whole new ballpark now. But yeah, you can come on over to YouTube and see that we're under the same name, Broken Boys, capital N BOYS. And over here you can also get links to our Song of the Week playlists. That's that segment we just did where you can listen to All Falls Down by Lizzie McAlpine or Connect by Vampire Weekend. You can find those in 2 of 3 places. We got a playlist for me, we got one for Colin, and we got one for all of our songs combined, along with all of our guest artists. Damn right. And
how long is that?
Let's check it out. You have time to find an emoji. It's where is it? Here it is. 23 hours and 6 minutes. Yeah, what he said. Almost a whole day of just listening to music on this podcast, which is kind of crazy. Um, say excuse me.
Pardon me.
That works. Yeah, go check those out. A lot of great stuff in there, and some AJR. And we also have links to our personal stuff. For me, I make music under the name Plaintive. I have an album out called Coping Mechanism. The air horns are not in the title, but but you should go. Yeah, maybe I'll add some emojis. Yeah, you should go check that out. It's got some good stuff, and I'm getting in kind of a loop of doing some stuff for a new thing, which I've been talking about a lot. But like, I'm kind of in the headspace again for another song, so you know it might.
Yes.
You know, I don't know.
It's called Eclipse.
Yeah, it's called Dark Side of the Moon. It's, you know, I was really sad when Coping Mechanism, the title was taken by Willow, so I kind of wanted something more original. So I think Dark Side of the Moon is that's just catchy. I think it's gonna catch on.
Yeah.
But
Well, Light Side of the Sun and the album cover will be what?
Sorry, I was just thinking the white side of the moon. It's just funny to me. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Look forward to it.
It's just an image of my face imposed on the moon.
Oh god. That'd be awesome.
White side of the moon. Alright, maybe I gotta do that now. You should go check those out. I got Spotify and Apple Music down there, but I think it's everywhere you listen to music. It should be. All my Tidal fans. And I also have my YouTube page down there. You can check out my piano covers. Next semester is up on there. Therell be another Leve one there soon. The one I've been teasing for longer than next semester's been out. And got my Instagram, my album of the year page. I've been getting some likes recently. We love likes. We love likes. I also did a little bit of a following spree, and now I'm over like 500 followers, and you know I'm cool. So you should go check out that. And in proximity to you, dear viewer, I am. You know that eclipse that everyone was looking at?
Mm-hmm.
I was up there.
Really?
Yeah, if you had a little telescope and you were looking at the total eclipse, you could have seen me like waving. It was really dark, but you know, that's.
But I'm assuming the viewer was looking like maybe they're on like the other side of the Earth. Maybe they're in Australia, so they're behind you, or you're behind them in some way. Form.
Yeah, sure. For our Australian viewers, specifically this week, I was on the moon of the eclipse you did not see. But yes, that's where I was, approximately. And Colin over here, Colin runs our socials. He runs our Twitter page where he updates when videos get posted, as well as our TikTok page where he posts funny little clips when we, you know, decide to drop the serious nature and have some fun on this podcast. Yeah, so go check out both of those. Those videos will be incorporated into a video at some point, one of these days. Yeah, he also has an album of the year page where he rates and reviews music. He's got a letterbox where he rates and reviews movies. Any new movies up there?
Not this week, but I do want to watch a couple. You know, I want to watch Monkey Man, which is a new movie with what the fuck is his name?
Dave Patel, right?
Yeah, Dev Patel.
Dev Patel, yeah.
It was in The Green Knight, which I really loved. Yeah, I do want to see that, and also that new horror movie with the guy who played Polka Dot Man in the Suicide Squad. I don't know his name.
I don't know his name, but I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
But it's a horror movie and it looks really good, and I would like to see both of those.
Is that the one that people have been giving good reviews of?
Yeah, it's like late Night with the Devil or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah. I heard that was like a surprise. Yeah.
Mhm. But yeah, I do want to see those at some point.
Nice. Well, those will be up there at some point. But you can go check out the pre-existing reviews on Letterboxd right now. And he has an Instagram page as well. He sure does. And where he rates and reviews music. Sorry, I should tell you what's on there. That we don't want them stumbling across the wrong Instagram page, that's for sure. But yeah, what would you say your proximity is to our dear viewer, who may or may not be Australian?
Well, I'm in front of them, whichever way they're facing. I'm in front of them, and I'm looking directly at the sun to try and get a view of little Mike on the moon.
I like how this implies that you're just in Australia staring at the sun where there's not even an eclipse happening. You're just staring at it for no reason. Yeah.
I'm just staring at the sun in Australia.
Yeah.
Oh no, my eyes.
I don't say anything, Mike.
But yeah, I'm trying to see Mike on the moon, and all I see is red.
Yeah.
Now, forever. It's gonna be hard to watch those music videos, but I'll be there.
Yeah.
But yeah. And if
sorry. Yeah. What's gonna? I was taking a drink and I forgot. Why did we set up this bit, Colin? What's gonna happen?
So I'm gonna have to be guided to our lovely viewer, and you're gonna have to come down from the moon. Real quick. But once I am guided in front of the viewer, and you come down from the moon behind them, we're gonna come together, and we're going to hug the viewer from in front and behind. You're gonna be very, very hot from breaking the atmosphere, and just from being yourself. And
I sneezed as you said that, so I mean. Thank you.
And I'm gonna be very blind, and also my senses are gonna be heightened. My other senses are gonna be heightened. So you're gonna be even hotter to me. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna hug our dear viewer from in front and behind, and I'm gonna have to be guided. You're gonna have to guide my lips to yours so we can kiss violently.
Yeah.
Right next to the viewer's ear, in this hug, in this embrace that we like to call the love cage. And if that sounds appealing to you, which I know it does, you can get your very own by dropping your address in the comments below.
Yeah.
You won't know. You won't know when. You won't know where. But we will find you, and we will give you your very own love cage.
Yeah. Yeah. We have a whole bunch of happy customers, so.
We sure do. It does cost money, but it's very worth it.
Yeah, I was about to say it's affordable. It's not, but it is worth it. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a pretty penny, but we gotta pay off those tickets somehow. So.
Quite literally, you need to find the best penny you can find. The shiniest penny.
Shiniest. And we will know if you see it yourself. So don't.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, we will see you next week, where at the end of next week's episode, we will spin a wheel. Woo!
We sure will.
Hell yeah. All right. Catch you guys next week. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.